Hi out there, Al again. Just want to check in with all you good folks out there. It's getting about midnight on the 18th, or tail end of January 7th, 17th rather. And I have some good news in comparison to yesterday's little post there. And I actually have the pleasure of going out to Chicago come tomorrow to make some wonderful connections within the pagan world. I personally have always had an interest in voodoo and Ifa and really the occult in general. And I'm going to actually have the opportunity to meet a Babalawo if all goes well. Now, you might be asking, what exactly is a Babalawo? Well, a Babalawo is much like a high priest. However, he is a high priest in the Ifa tradition, which is, well, in my special world, I would call it Orthodox voodoo. And it follows the Yoruba deities, Uranmila, Otobobatala, all of those, Eshu, various deities such as those are in the Ifa religion. It's African diasporic, and it does have a very voodoo flavor, synonymous to that of Santeria in some cases. However, it doesn't necessarily have the Virgin Mary flair that some practitioners of Santeria do. But regardless, I will have the wonderful opportunity of meeting a real-life Babalawo and experiencing Ifa traditions. Also, while I'm out there, I hope to rendezvous with a couple of well-known astrologers in the Chicago area. The one thing that I've learned is that Chicago tends to be wide open for very experienced astrologers. Now, for those of you out there aware of my astrology study group, which is also posted here on YouTube and other places, I have a passion for astrology, and I really can't say I know an exceeding amount of information. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about astrology, but that just means I have to learn a lot more. And with people, especially in the Chicago area and elsewhere, hopefully I'll be able to learn that. Learn every aspect, there's a pun in there, of astrology. So I look forward to that. It'll be a wonderful chance to take a sort of a vacation from Salem and all its hubbub and ridiculousness, but in the best way is their ridiculousness, and we shall see what actually happens. I feel as though that this trip will also be a challenge to figure out where, well, in some cases where my loyalties lie in the craft, in the magical community. But at the same time, I welcome this challenge. And I would also like to take a moment to actually show that this is indeed not only important to me, but important, I think it should be important to other people. Not my trip, but the idea that all of you out there should take your adventures. Go out there and learn, and meet people, and connect. Because that's what makes the world so great, is that we currently have connection at our fingertips, be it right where I am right now, at my computer there, or whether it be via your cell phone, right at your fingertips, almost literally at your fingertips. Go out there and connect, and travel as much as you can, because our experience, no matter what it is, no matter what passion we have, our experience, the uniqueness of each and every experience that an individual has is what defines one. It what makes this world an ever-increasing hodgepodge of wonderful, wonderful stories. And hopefully I'll be coming back with quite a number myself. Now, speaking of stories, I mentioned Ifa. I thought I would bring up something called a pataki. Now, in the Ifa tradition, a pataki is a story, is a myth. And I was told a pataki a few months ago about Obatala and Eshu. Obatala being the king of the white cloth, and Eshu being the trickster god. Obatala is also known sometimes as the king of the gods. Now, Obatala, upon waking up in the morning, did some divination. And in his divination, it said to him, "You shouldn't leave the house. Stay home today." But he ignored it. So he got dressed in his nice all white clothing, as Obatala does, and exited his house. and walked down the road where he stumbled upon Eshu. And Eshu was carrying a big jar of palm oil. And Eshu saw Obatala, he said, "Hello, Obatala, please come. Please hold my jar for me. I must go down and tie my shoe." So Obatala says, "Oh, of course, I'll be glad to help you in this." So Eshu ties his shoe, and on the way up he comes back and he slaps the jar, and the palm oil goes all over Obatala. And Obatala pretty much goes, "Really? What do you do? Honestly?" So he goes home. He showers, everything, cleans himself up, puts on another white outfit, and exits out again, where he meets Eshu. For a second time, he's carrying another jar of palm oil, and Eshu goes, "Oh, Obatala, I very much apologize for what I did earlier, but would you please mind holding this for me? I need to fix my sash." And Obatala goes, "All right, why not? Fine, let's be nice." So he gets it. Eshu fixes his sash and hits the palm oil again and goes all over Obatala. Obatala goes, "Really? Are you serious? 2 times now? 2 times? 2? All right. Whatever. Fine." So he goes home, showers again, gets himself cleaned up, puts on the nice white outfit for a 3rd time, and exits his house. And Eshu is encountered a 3rd time by Obatala with another jar of palm oil. And Eshu goes, "Obatala, I'm so sorry for those past 2 times. Would you mind?" Nope. No, says Obatala. And Eshu, being insulted, throws the palm oil at him. And Obatala goes, "Honestly? You did that a 3rd time? Well, be on your way." So Eshu goes. Obatala continues down the road and is going to the palace of his son. And he knocks on the door, and the guard opens it up, and the guard goes, Who goes there?" And Obatala says, "It is I, Obatala, king of the white cloth. Let me in." But little did Obatala know, as he was walking down, and his clothes covered in the sticky palm oil, all the debris was coming onto him and sticking to him, all the dirt and the dust and all the wind was tracking it up and getting it all over his lovely white clothes. So his clothing was no longer white, but just grimy and dirty, and he did not look himself. So the guard went, "You are certainly not Obatala. Where is your clean white clothes? Where is everything that makes you pristine and knowledgeable?" He says, "But it is I, Obatala." No, says the guard. "You are lying to us." So they throw him in prison. And the chaos starts to happen. The world begins to become very, very chaotic and unable to flow properly. And there's chaos everywhere. And Obatala's son comes down, he says, "Listen, guards, have you seen my father, Obatala? I was supposed to visit." And the guards go, "Well, funny story. It's the guy that came to the front door, and he may or may not have said, 'I am Obatala,' but he was dirty and we couldn't tell." I mean, you put Obatala in prison. Yes, we did. We put Obatala in prison. So he was released, and everything went back to normal. But that just goes to show you that Obatala, not listening to his divination, made a very bad mistake. And that's the moral of that story. But that is just one version of a Pataki. And Ifa has many Patakis, hundreds upon hundreds, that being a Babalawo, it is your responsibility to learn as much as you can within the tradition. And I get the privilege of meeting a Babalawo, and hopefully will be coming back with more Patakis to share with you. And the other reason for this particular video is to express the fact that I am very blessed. And I would like to thank everyone in my life that has brought me to this point. Friends, family, all. You're wonderful people. Many blessings to you. And when I come back from Chicago, from the magical world in that neck of the woods, I will come back and share my travels and knowledge with you, as we all should do. Seek knowledge and to share it with others. So says the law of the Lama. But until, hopefully, tomorrow, may you blessed be.